Nuclear weapons, it is said, are not weapons of war fighting, but political weapons. Their primary purpose is deterrence through political signaling and not military use. Now, the possession, the threat of use, and deployment strategies are fundamental to international relations and statecraft, shaping alliances, driving arms races, and creating a delicate geopolitical balance known as the nuclear paradox, also called mutually assured destruction. Now, in the fast-changing geopolitics of 2025, nuclear weapons are once again front and center in ways that they were not in the past. Let's see how. India. On the 13th of May, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said India would not bend to Pakistan's nuclear blackmail. As part of Operation Sindoor, India struck hard and paralyzed Pakistan's air bases, some of them nuclear-capable air bases. Now, Pakistan has pursued a policy of what experts call nuclear weapons-enabled terrorism. India called out that policy on May 2025. Now, the United Kingdom. In June, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer said the UK was buying a squadron of nuclear-capable F-35 fighter bombers from the USA. Britain retired its nuclear-launched weapons, the air-launched weapons capability in the 1990s. Now it's planning to bring these weapons back, and as with its submarine-launched missiles, the Trident II missiles, it is buying these bombs from the United States. Moving on to Iran. On the 22nd of June, US bombers struck 3 Iranian nuclear sites: the Fordo uranium enrichment plant, the Natanz nuclear facility, and the Isfahan Nuclear Technology Center. Now, the bombings are thought to have delayed but not destroyed Iran's plans to acquire nuclear weapons. In July, former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev and President Donald Trump got into a social media spat. Medvedev warned the US that Russia was not Israel or even Iran. Now, President Trump shot back, saying that he was positioning 2 nuclear submarines within striking distance of Russia. Now, in August, Russia issued a statement that it was pulling out of the Intermediate Range Forces Treaty of 1987, which eliminated all nuclear-capable missiles between the ranges of 500 and 5,500 kilometers. Now, that's brought the spotlight back onto nuclear weapons in Europe. But moving to China, on the 7th of September, Chinese President Xi Jinping paraded his triad of nuclear, sea, and air-launched nuclear weapons for the first time. Land, sea, and air-launched nuclear weapons. China is now only the second country after the Russian Federation with the capability to strike at the US with a nuclear triad of weapons. This is the first time that the United States has faced 2 near-peer adversaries with nuclear weapons. North Korea is a possible third if you count its smaller arsenal, but China and Russia are near-peer adversaries of the United States. Moving on to Saudi Arabia. On the 17th of September, Saudi Arabia and Pakistan signed a strategic mutual defense agreement. Now, the agreement enables both countries to come to each other's assistance in case of an attack on one of them. Now, Saudi Arabia in the past has funded Pakistan's nuclear weapons program. Now, Pakistan's Defense Minister Khwaja Asif, very interestingly, first said that Pakistan's nuclear weapons would be made available to Saudi Arabia, but he later went back on his statement. Pakistan is, of course, the only Islamic country in the world with a nuclear arsenal. Now, moving on to the United States. President Donald Trump said at a joint press conference in the UK on the 18th of September that he wanted the Bagram Air Base back from the Taliban because it was just 1 hour away from where China makes its nuclear weapons, indicating a possible US counterforce targeting, the fact that the US plans to target China's ICBM missile fields in Western China. Now, back to the Asian subcontinent, you have North Korea. On the 21st of September, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un said he was open to talks with the US if Washington dropped its long-standing demand that Pyongyang relinquish its nuclear weapons. Now, earlier, South Korean President Lee Jae-myung said that he supported a possible deal for freezing North Korea's nuclear program. But the White House says it will continue to pursue North Korea's denuclearization. So there you have it, 2025, nuclear weapons front and center all over again in ways that we've never seen in the past.